Chain 15, we'll be using the back of the chain where the seeds are. Find that first seed and insert your hook, yarn over, and pull through the seed, leaving 2 loops on. Find the next seed, go into it, yarn over, pull through, leaving the loop on. You're going to do that all the way down to the other end of the chain, with your last seed being the one right next to the knot. You will have 16 loops on your hook. For closing, you'll yarn over and pull through just the 1 loop on your hook. For the rest of them, you will yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. And you'll do that all the way till you get to the last loop. And here are the last 2 pull-throughs. On the last pull-through, you'll have 1 loop on your hook. Do a little tighten, and then look for the horizontal bars. You'll skip the first horizontal bar and you'll go into the next. Just the front, yarn over, pull through, leaving the loop on your hook. Go into the next horizontal bar, yarn over and pull through. You'll continue going through the front of the horizontal bars to the end. And make sure to get that last horizontal bar. You should have 16 loops on your hook again. Continue with a regular closure of yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, and do the pull through 2s to the end. And here at the end, don't forget to do the little tug. The right side of Tunisian crochet gets very loose. Always remember to skip that first horizontal bar and then continue with the Tunisian Simple Stitch for as many rows as you'd like. You can use a marker to mark your last horizontal bar so you can better see it. Here are 5 rows completed, and if we were finishing here, we'd need to close off that 5th row of horizontal bars with slip stitches. You just go into the horizontal bar, and instead of doing the pull through and leaving the loop on the hook, you'll finish with a slip stitch. You would do it all the way to the end, and then you'd fasten off and weave in your ends, and this is what it would look like. But that's not what we're going to do. We're going to move on to the Tunisian Knit Stitch. For the knit stitch, you'll still skip that first horizontal bar. You're not going to go into the front of the horizontal bar, you're going to go between them and behind your work. Then you'll pull through and leave that loop on your hook. Continue going between and behind down to the end of the row. When you get to the end, change your marker. I'll be showing you another way to do the last stitch here in a moment. Continue with a normal close of pulling through just 1 loop and then pulling through 2 to the end. And begin your next row. This is where I'm going to show you how to end in the last stitch a different way. Instead of going through just 1 loop, you can go through 2. And when you go through, go ahead and do your pull through the loop. I'll stitch down here a little bit so you can see what the difference is and what it looks like. The end will have 2 loops instead of just 1, and that makes it nice if you're going to stitch around your project or sew it together. So here are the simple stitch and the knit stitch side by side, 5 rows of each. Now we'll move on to the purl stitch. Be patient because this one's tricky. First, you're going to pull the yarn in front of your hook. Then, like the knit stitch, you'll go between and behind, let go of that yarn, yarn over, and pull through the stitch. Here's one in slow motion. Pull the yarn in front of your hook, like the knit stitch, go between and behind, let go, yarn over, and pull through the stitch. And here's what the purl stitches look like. To end a row of purl stitches, you will purl stitch all the way up until you get to the last stitch on the edge. You'll go ahead and treat that last stitch on the edge like you do any other. You can go through 1 loop or you can go through 2 loops. And then you'll do a normal closure. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Do the pull through twos all the way to the end. Every once in a while you should count your loops on your hook. You should always have 16 if you began with 16.